Hi, my name is Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called 6 Feet Above.
Yay! Ooh, I got a lot of anxiety. Trevy was soothing me before this, but I'm just doing my best. How are you?
I'm gonna do my best to lift your spirits in this episode.
Thank
Call
you.
me a ghost hunter. Cause I'm coming for spirits.
Hey!
Ah!
No, literally.
Every time I think of like ghost hunting, well, first of all, I just think of like me using a Ouija board as a child and then ending up as an alcoholic and trans. So a demon definitely attached itself to me.
Whoa.
Kind of crazy if you think about it.
Wait.
But do you ever see the video of Demi Lovato?
Which one?
Demi Lovato, it was like a ghost hunting series.
Okay.
And she would go to these like abandoned places and like basically like she like found out that one of the spirits was like traumatized by like something. So she started like singing Skyscraper to the ghost.
Stop.
But it was just like the way it was filmed, it was just like this empty room and Demi Lovato was like, "Are you there?" And then she's like, "You can take everything." And then she's like shaved head, the whole nine. It was everything.
Wow.
That era.
Whoa.
But yeah, I'm ghost hunting.
Okay.
That's not even a topic.
It's not, but I mean, I've done a Ouija board and it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've had some like weird experiences as a kid. I used to collect them. I had a Barbie one once.
A Barbie Ouija board?
They did a limited edition Barbie.
Oh, you bought it?
It was actually a gift.
I made mine from scratch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you use like a little glass cup?
Well, yeah, I did it with my like pathological liar roommate, and I swear she was like moving it.
Is this the one that said that her
Mom received a head in the mail? Yes. Exactly. So, any other questions?
Actually, I would honestly love to do an entire segment about.
We should have her on.
We should have her on.
No, she went ghost after all the lies came out. I like can't find her on Instagram. Oh, ghost.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
You guys, we have been trying to do solo episode guest. I hate to come out. Well, I love being solo with my girl Kate,
Right.
But we didn't have that much preparation this week to get a guest, and we tried, and
It's harder than you think.
it's harder than you think, especially when we're the bookers.
No, literally.
Right, we're the managers, we're the agent, we're the booker.
Literally. And it's like so humbling getting ghosted too when you ask someone to come on. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so you hate us? Cool.
No, it's crazy actually. But we'll be back and cracking with a guest, hopefully ASAP. Guys, if you are watching this on YouTube and you're driving or trying to fall asleep, you can head on over to the audio version in the description. Once you're over there, we would really appreciate it if you rated our podcast 5 stars because it helps our podcast grow immensely on those audio platforms. Things have been so we filmed like 2 episodes pretty close to each other, and then we had like a week and a half off because you went to Miami.
I did.
How was that?
It was amazing. I did a stand-up show every night. Can you believe?
I can. Of course I can believe. What do you mean, can you believe?
No, it was so fun. And they had me doing like 15 minutes there, and I don't have 15 minutes of material yet, so a girl was improvising. But 6 Feet Above girlies came out. Okay. Some of them wore a cheetah.
Because super fans.
Isn't that insane? No, they were so cute and sweet, and I really do feel, I don't want to say bad, like I'm so grateful for any stage time I get. I did book this one show, and I show up, it's at a hotel. As I'm walking in, someone on various types of drugs was like walking in, and the guy like working in the lobby was like, "Nah, you can't be in here." And I was like, "Okay, interesting start."
Right.
And then I walk in, and it's like in a hallway, and there are 2 people seated, and the guy that booked me comes up, and he was like, "You sold 4 tickets," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, great." And then there was a man shirtless in the background dancing on a lot of drugs as well, and I said, "Oh, that's kind of crazy. Kind of hope these 4 people don't show up." And then,
right.
But then 2 girlies show up, 6 Feet Above girlies, and I said, "You know what? Humble beginnings," and that's that.
That is not. That's like a.
No, I was
beginning.
honored, but the show the night before was pretty packed out, and I was like, I kind of wish you went to that one, but it's fine. I'm glad you saw me at this one. But this one was kind of crazy because this guy was on stage and like he was literally doing well, and this old man in the audience was like, "Get off the stage, you suck," like screamed it. It was so mean. And then the guy was like, kind of ignored him. He was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then the old guy in the audience goes, "F you." And then I was going up after him.
That's
and the
Miami.
6 feet above girlies are sitting in the front. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I really had to bring it.
And you did.
Low-key, I brought it.
No, you did. I know you didn't bomb because if you bombed, you would have called me.
I wouldn't be telling this story.
When there's silence from you, it's
Something's happened.
something is brewing and something is good. Like I know you're cooking. Like when I get a call from you, like if you called me from Miami after your show, I would be like
Mayhem.
Mayhem, stream
Yeah.
it in March. Lady Gaga,
That.
LG7. That's a whole other thing we need to talk about.
Right.
But when you're silent, I know you're cooking.
Yeah.
I know you're Miamiing. I know
Yeah.
you have the cuntiest like beach night dress, something
Beach
outfit.
night dress,
I don't know.
yes.
Something flowy or something animal print or something
Right.
tight.
Come
I'm
on
just
now.
saying.
I'm just saying.
What was there like any like prospects out there? What
So
was the
I
key?
was going into Miami and I was like, I'm gonna low key date it up.
Really?
I'm gonna smooch.
apps.
No, I
Okay.
don't like apps. But I was like, I'm gonna like get out there. But then I got there and I was like, well, I don't like dating around in LA. Why would I do it in Miami?
Right.
And it was really a career focused trip. I went on one date with a guy that I like kind of know. And it was really fun. We were like laughing so much.
Gaggy
And he
clown?
it was Gaggy the clown
Yeah.
level. And he like took me to a restaurant and it was really sweet. And then after he was like, do you want to lay by the pool? I was like, absolutely. So we're laying by the pool and then he grabs my hand and then I start shutting down. And I was like, oh my God, it's about to get intimate. Sometimes in an intimate setting, when it starts to get horny, I freak the fuck out. And I was like, I actually can't do this. And then I like sat up and I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I just couldn't, I just got scared. Like, I can't.
That's valid.
I can't be
though.
doing that.
I mean, look, we've had multiple conversations on here and off camera about like how me and you are so emotionally attached when it comes to
Yeah.
sexual experiences. So I think especially in that scenario,
Yeah.
with like a potential thing that if you leaned in and you caught feelings, you're like, my brain would immediately go to like,
Right.
oh, first of all, one, A, we're married.
Right.
B, it's like,
yeah.
why am I in a long distance relationship?
No, because I can't afford it. Because he lives in New York, and like I start shutting down. Then I was like, I'll hook up with you on the second date, and then I avoid him the rest of the trip. Oh my! Because I'm like, I should have just been like, because when I'm away from it, I'm like, no, I don't have to hook up with you like
At
ever
all.
if I don't.
I
want
literally
to.
ever.
But when I'm in the moment, I get all nervous, but I'm at a point where like I literally cannot hook up with someone and not fall in love with them. I just can't do it. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
It got really worse for me, honestly. And this sounds so, not stupid, but like ever since they upped my hormone dose, I know you can tell too that they upped it. But ever since that happened, like sexual experiences are very different for me because it's like,
Explain.
I'm just very emotional. I mean, estrogen is a powerful hormone, especially in
Girl.
your brain. And at the same time, it's like, I don't even know if this is TMI, but like I'm on 2 different medications for hormones. So it's like the estrogen one, but it's also something that removes the testosterone in my body, or at least gets my levels down to like a female level. And that actually makes your sex drive go down because biologically,
Right.
that's the driving factor of my sex drive, biologically, right? So when that's lower and the estrogen's higher, it's all about emotions over like
Sucks.
primal needs.
Yeah.
Right? So if both of them were up, if it was primal needs and emotion, I would be dead.
Right? No, literally.
I'd be dead. I'd be dead skis.
Yeah, it's so hard.
But it's valid, Kate. Like, I get it.
I'm just like, it's just annoying because like I have all these friends that can like go out and hook up with. What am I about to cry? That was crazy. Whoa!
okay.
It's been a long day. That's kind of crazy. I'm about to get my period. Okay. Yo,
Kate!
I am just tired.
Yeah.
It's hard out here,
Yeah.
and I really hope he isn't watching this because that's crazy.
It's fine. I'll find his IP.
Yo!
I'll find his IP address and make sure he never sees the light of day.
I know, yeah, and honestly, we should kill him, but
Right.
it's just
It's just a lot of things, right? It's a lot of things piling up. I think this time of the year things get really overwhelming. Like not even. It's just a cocktail of things before like.
I know. I just like cool girl it too hard to the sun.
You do and I'll Yas Queen you to the sun.
Don't.
Wait. Can I
Yeah, please.
open up? Beep.
Slime. Thank you.
Did I get it? Does it feel wet there still?
No.
Doesn't look wet, but you make me wet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need you to talk because I'm going to cry again.
No.
Yo.
Oh, God.
That's crazy.
I really wish I was off my meds so I could cry with you.
No, it's like awkward.
I don't think it's awkward. I think these people that are watching us now are like our best friends, especially when they show up to your shows in cheetah print.
Okay,
like,
that was crazy.
like,
She
I
was
would-
so sweet.
I would have sobbed.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's legit crazy.
Yeah.
I'm honored. And she was like, never stop.
Yeah.
I never will.
I just realized something.
Talk.
I forgot my earrings today.
Damn it. Do you want to take one of mine?
Oh my God, I brought them.
Yay!
It's like I'm literally so smart.
Thank God.
And these wish. Okay, so yeah, a lot of things have happened since last week. Like a lot of things have happened. And one of them being the Grammys.
Doechii. So good.
I'm just like obsessed.
Yeah.
Are you into like her like earlier? Like, do you remember like?
I need to get into her more.
No, she's a gag.
Yeah.
She's a gag and a half, and especially like once I saw that she signed with Top Dog Entertainment, like SZA's management, like Kendrick's management, I was like, oh,
cool.
she's set, and it's just like like she just randomly blasted, and it feels like all of a sudden simultaneously, like, and I don't even know if this is like a marketing thing, but it's like simultaneously everyone just decided she's the
Right.
and I love that.
I do too.
She's
She
having her
deserves it.
chapel moment.
I know, and I love that Chapel's still up there. I love her so much. I think she's so great, and I love that she's like so unique with her style.
So unique with her words too.
Her
Like,
words.
sassy girl, and I live for it. I live for a sassy redhead.
There's no one like her. Oh, true.
Guys, I hate to interrupt you in the middle of this episode, but if you can like this video, comment, subscribe, and ring the little notification bell. I know it sounds like a lot, but it takes 2 seconds. It would help YouTube and the algorithm something push out our channel. Look, it's just going to help find more people that are like you, and it would help our podcast grow. So thank you, and back to the episode. I might cut this out, but I didn't expect Cowboy Carter to win Album of the Year, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't agree with the decision. I never listened to Cowboy Carter. You know, if I was a Grammy voting person, given the albums that were there, I would have picked Chapel's album or even Charlie.
Okay.
Just I think of Brat Summer. It was such a movement.
Right.
But like taking these things into account, right? It's like, it's not like the VMAs, or it's not like one of those award shows where it's like the fans vote. It's like 13,000 individual, like internal voting members.
Yeah, I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, so there's like 13,000 people that are Recording Academy voters, and they all vote internally.
Okay.
It's not like for the public. It's like people only in the music industry, music experts, whatever. I was shocked, but I mean, I'm sure it was a great album. I'm gonna have to go listen to it now. But I went on Twitter, yikes, X, whatever, just because I wanted to see what people were saying, and like, it was just such a mess. It was just battle of the fandoms.
Really? Oh,
Just
I bet.
Beyonce fans and
The
then,
Hive.
well, no, we love the Hive, but it's Beyonce fans, Taylor Swift fans,
I'm terrified.
and then Billy and Chapel fans, and then there's one more, I think, but they were all fighting. It was like World
the fandom
War
terrifies
III.
me. I will be silent, and like obviously I'm a hottie, and I know Megan Thee Stallion wasn't even. Was she there?
I don't think so.
She wasn't there, but I'm not willing to like get in legal trouble over a celebrity. That is so crazy to me.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, like the fandom, like when they go really crazy, they're like threatening to like, they're like doxing and threatening to like actually end people's lives. That's so wild to me.
Yeah.
You don't know these people.
Yeah, no, at all.
So I assume that's what was going on Twitter. There's like threats.
It was just a lot. It was just a lot was
Yeah.
happening. But you know, like I said, it's not a popularity contest. So if the voters all voted that Cowboy Carter slayed, then that's on my list of things to do, is to go and listen to Cowboy Carter. But all of those albums on that list
All great.
are all great.
I loved her reaction. She was like,
and then Blue Ivy, right?
yeah.
And then Blue Ivy was like, "Get up."
Wait,
Did you
I
see
didn't
her?
see
She's
that
like, because
part.
she just was like, and then Blue Ivy's like,
She's the manager. I swear.
"No, have you seen the conspiracy theory that she runs the entire empire?"
No, but I'd believe it. She means business.
She does. During the commercial break, Gaga randomly decided to just drop a second single. Like,
really?
babe, with a video.
What?
You haven't seen it? It's #1 trending on YouTube for like the past week.
Are you serious?
She is finally having her moment where I'm so surprised you don't know about this.
Wow.
So happy that I'm telling you. It's already surpassed like Disease, like the first song. Like it's already, so many people are like doing the dance on TikTok. Like it's doing its thing. Like she's having her moment.
For her.
And the choreography in the video is it's Paris Goebel is choreographing it. So do you know remember like the royal family dances? Do you ever watch those videos on YouTube?
No.
Well, she's like an iconic choreographer, and
Okay,
she
slay.
is just like so intense, and you could just tell there was just like so many dancers. The highest budgeted video. The song is so like OG Gaga, like she's just so stepping into her roots, and like as a fan since like 2008, like
Gagged.
it was so refreshing and it's just so cool to see, and it's just it's hooty, and it's like very like rah like type shit. And the public is all looking at each other and they're like, you know what? Hell yeah. Like we back into this freaky recession pop is back.
Oh my gosh. The recession talk. You see they said that about Alex Earl doing the Carl's Jr. commercial.
I was gonna bring up that commercial.
I want to be in that.
You could.
Because I'm sorry, we've all seen the like blonde bombshell. We need a thick brunette. Sorry, Carl's Jr. You need it.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Any other fast food
And maybe the
restaurant?
world doesn't want to see that, but Trevy does. So
I do.
Yeah.
Everyone watching this does.
thank you. No, I mean she looks great. She looks
does look
amazing.
great.
But like they should do a second video with me in it.
They should. My friend, my longtime friend who started off as a YouTuber around the same time as me, directed that commercial.
Really?
Isn't that so f***ing cool?
Oh my God, good for them.
I haven't seen him like his posts on my Instagram, and he like posted it today, and I was like, no.
Hell yeah.
We love like OG YouTubers like taking what they did as a kid and like turning it into like an actual passion as an adult. Like I went to a party the other night of like one of my really close friends like from back in the day. Like we were all like internet friends, and it was like 3 of them, and I went to this party, and it was just like, it's so cool to see all these people like working in creative jobs and like film and like podcasting and video and music. And it's like, I remember when we were all like 12, 13, like all talking on like Twitter and like,
Oh my God.
just like, it's just so crazy. Like this generation, like being the first to grow up on the internet and like take the knowledge of what you learn on the internet and turn it into a career.
The
Like
knowledge is unbelievable. I mean, you are like actually a genius. It like blows my mind the things that you know about just like the web, YouTube, all of it. It blows my mind. You know too much.
and I'm about to explode.
No, like actually, like it blows my mind. Like
I
she
wasn't
knows,
fishing, I promise.
No, and I know you're not. And I honestly, I talk about this with like a lot of people, like more than the normal amount, but like how smart you are with YouTube. And like, I feel like I haven't even like skimmed the surface of
You've
knowledge.
learned so much.
And
though.
I've learned so much from you, but I'm not even like you just know. It's so impressive.
Thanks, my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, the way that like you've learned so much over the past year is like,
I know. And I
boink.
still am like, damn, that's just smart.
Yeah, but it's like 15 years, and it's like,
Well, I want to be
learned
as
this-
smart as you.
But you're getting there at this pace. You might be there in a couple months.
Oh, stop. I'm going to start crying again. No, seriously.
No, okay, I'll I'll be mean.
Yeah, please. No, because at least we get to party.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I was sitting my happy ass, like underwear, bra on, watching the show and just like watching the performances. And I get a text from someone, and it's like, hey, Bruno Mars last minute decided to throw an after party because
So me.
he won
Oh,
with
good for
Gaga.
him.
Him and Gaga won for Die with a Smile. So they're like, oh yeah, he like decided this morning that he's doing it. Do you want to come? And I was like, can I bring people? And they were like, yeah. So I brought Tana, and I was like, should we go to Bruno Mars's? And I like, we were the same, like on FaceTime, like just like spray tan, like just coming off, like hair in knots. In 2.5 hours,
wow,
we stepped out of the house looking like we were signed to IMG.
No, I saw the pics. It was unreal.
I don't know how we did it.
I really liked Tana's dress.
I loved it so much. It was so good. But we pull up to this party.
Screaming.
Right? And I'm like, that's crazy. I was just watching all of you on TV.
No,
and now I'm
literally.
like going to an after party. I was like, I felt so cool.
It's like some manifestation shit.
I know. But the thing is about Bruno, this is a very common thing for him. Like he does this, I think, at his like shows in Vegas too. But no phones allowed.
Oh, right.
No phones allowed at all. And I didn't have a problem with it, but I was like confused because they're like, you could keep your phone on you, but they're gonna put them in like pouches. Have you ever?
Yeah.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
I've never seen this in my entire life. So it's this pouch that you put your phone in and then it locks up. And the only person who like has the magnetic key to reopen it is like the security guard outside. Yeah. It was hootie because first of all, the pouch did not match my outfit.
Ugh. And it's big.
It was big. It didn't fit into my purse. I had like the tiny silver purse.
Yeah.
And like, we were just like, Tan and I were just like so gagged. Like we just wanted to like take pictures. Like we looked hot and it was just like such like an instinct to like grab the pouch. And I was like, oh. So that was definitely really, really weird. They didn't really let too many like influencers in, but I saw a few. It was just someone from music invited me. So I was just like, how does this world make sense?
Right.
Especially like Bruno Mars. And then like there's this conservative YouTuber there who's like very popularly conservative male. So someone who is very like outwardly conservative and outwardly like hates trans people, or at least like talks about like all this that's being talked about right now. So a loser. No, literally. And that's like, you know what? That's not really fun for me. And
yeah, no.
I think where the lines are always blurred with the conserves, and what I've said, and I'll say it again, is like, it's such a mask of like, let me hate on what I love, because literally. Tell me why this YouTuber is at this party and starts coming up to me and Tana, and he's shit-faced. He keeps offering to buy us drinks. She's like, no. I'm like, no. And then she goes to the bathroom. I'm alone.
No.
Okay. And I had friends there, but I was just like hanging around waiting for my Red Bull, whatever.
I'm scared.
He asked me again for like a drink, blah, blah, blah. And then starts saying like some crazy.
You stay getting harassed by these fucking men that you don't want.
At all. I mean,
and I'm sick of it.
He was like a parasite. Like the things he was saying.
What was he saying?
Honestly, gibberish at some point. Like man was on, I had to have been on like
when they're slurring their words, it's such an ick.
You look so beautiful. I love how tall you are.
No. He was saying that.
Yeah. And even if he didn't even clock me or like whatever, it's like, haha. We literally kept running away from him.
Are you serious?
It's so funny that you hate what you love. Mm-hmm. Because
that always happens.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my God.
And I think he knew that Tana was in like a relationship too. So of course I'm the only one that he thinks that like he could have a chance of hitting. And
crazy
I'm just like,
that
you're
he thinks
disgusting.
That. Yeah, crazy.
You're disgusting.
That he thinks that.
And the breath. Don't want to
explain it in vivid detail.
I can't explain it.
No.
It's like if you farted in a glass jar. Piss and also cocaine. Yeah.
All of it.
All of it. But yeah, it was really, really bad. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't even happen with just YouTubers. I know I call you about it all the time. Like, it's just, this shit just blows my mind.
It happens to her all the time. All the conservative men that are so loud about all that hate they have, flocking. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's disgusting.
I know. Did you see that Chunk signed the trans ban
#NoT
in front of like all the kids?
Girl.
Like 40 kids surrounding him when he was like signing like the Gender Protection Act or whatever the fuck it was. And they were all like clapping. I'm sure they didn't even know what the was sign.
Can he slow the down?
Slow down.
Chill out,
Girl.
dude. It's like, what the is going on?
Yeah,
is the world ending tomorrow? Like, why are you? I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
chill, pump the brakes.
Yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised if like in the mail tomorrow, like I got like a updated passport. Like I'm spooked.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah,
spooked.
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
He does need to slow the down. And like I saw that like the Secretary of Travel state or the state, I don't know. All right, I'm from Canada. Okay, that was a lie. But the website normally like has information, like a resource for LGBT travelers, I think for like other countries or I think maybe just domestic travel as well. There's a whole section. It's always been LGBTQ plus traveling. They updated the website. It literally says LGB travelers.
Insane.
And now it's like LGB within the government. And there's not allowed to be any like pride flags in any federal buildings. Like all this. I'm like, what? Why do we care? Like
It's so
there's
weird.
so much worse going on. Like fix that.
Girl, it's so. Why the do they care so much? It's so weird. It's such like. I can't. Like, what? It has nothing to do with you weirdos. Like, why do you care so much?
And
they just want to live their lives, and we treat it as human. And there's such bigger issues.
Yeah, it's 1% of the population. Less than 1% of the population. It's like, you'll have bigger fish to fry, mama.
It's so they're obsessed. They're obsessed.
Like I said,
literally,
most of the conserves are outwardly hateful and internally love us.
On your mind, 24/7. Get a f***ing job.
And that's why they do it. Maybe they're doing it to stop themselves.
But like actually,
no, but like
it's
actually,
like the only explanation. Like you're so obsessed. It's so weird.
Like it's evident.
It's insane. Like living rent free, and all you're doing is minding your business. You just want to live a normal life.
That's kind of though. Like I am kind of rent free.
No, like literally, they're all obsessed with you. It's crazy.
I'm getting a little experimental about. I mean, it's not even political. I was about to say like
it's insane.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
Like it's
objectively insane. Objectively, you're obsessed, and it's weird.
Yeah, I don't even think that's like politics at that point. That's just like
it's absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah. So speaking of obsessed, I fear that you have a story that you want to tell about the time that you did something and were obsessed.
Wait, literally, it was in Miami, but basically,
it was this trip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God, obsessed.
Well, literally, I like went out, and first of all, Miami reminded me who the I was because I was kind of struggling. I was the tallest there by a landslide. And I loved it. And I wore my heels, and like men obviously at the bar were like, oh my God, why are you wearing heels? You're already tall. And like it fueled me. I was like, I love this. This is what I've missed. I need to go out more.
Okay.
Period. But anyways.
I'm going out tonight if you want to come.
No.
Okay.
But
good to know.
Pump the brakes. But give me a month. Anyways, I go out one night, and these two small gentlemen come up to me and my friend, and she's 5'11", which we love.
Oh, fun.
And I know. And he was like, he opens with a line about me being tall, which I was like, whatever, I don't really care. And he's like cute, but I don't know about all that because so we were at this bar and we were waiting for the guy that I went on a date with to come to the bar.
Okay.
Because he was meeting us there.
Okay.
And he was like talking, he was like flirting with me, and my friend was really into the other guy. And so I was like, you know, let me just like flirt with this guy while she's flirting with her man. You know?
He had a friend.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're still waiting for the guy that you actually like.
And I'm waiting for the guy that I like. And so I'm telling him, I'm like, I'm meeting my friend here. And he was like, okay, wow. Like, and then he ordered sushi to his place. And he was like, I'm just going to go home and eat sushi and wallow in self-pity over this. And I said, oh, that's kind of crazy. But then it was like funny. And I got his Instagram. And the next night, I wanted to hook my girl up. So I said, come to my comedy show and bring your friend. Low-key bold to invite a man to my comedy show because I could have bombed.
No, you couldn't. No.
Doesn't exist. But anyways, he shows up, and then we all went out together that night.
Where'd you go?
And we went to Rosa Sky. Anyways, it was good. And then my friend like flirted with that guy all night, and I was talking to my guy. No offense, wasn't really into it, but we were having a good time.
Good.
But then he like asked for a girl's Instagram in front of me. And I was like, do you want me or not? But then he sat next to me. He's like, will you stay here with me? And I was like, No.
What am I, your mommy?
No, literally. And then I Ubered home. But yeah, taking one for the team.
So he was obsessed.
Yeah, he's still DMing me.
Really?
But I respond. I liked him. He was a vibe. But like, I didn't want to get intimate with him because, you know, that I'm crying on this podcast again. But
right. And then next thing you know, it's
like
like
I don't even know. But
no.
yeah, that's
I mean, my favorite.
stupid, but whatever.
No.
No. But it was cute. You know, I'm getting to know men, and
Oh God.
you don't right.
You okay?
And you don't have to smooch men. That
You know who else you don't need to smooch?
anyone.
Oh, well, that
And
therapists.
yo, true.
Yeah, I personally haven't kissed a therapist.
They're like the worst partners, by the way. Everyone that's dating a therapist is like getting gaslit to all hell. Mind you.
Really?
Well, like I know 2 people that are dating horrible people and their therapists.
I know someone dating a therapist in a really healthy relationship.
Oh.
But I have heard that before.
Right.
This was a really fun topic because I do have Gaggy the Clown might come out. But I wanted to talk about with you bad experiences with therapists.
Because it's not talked about enough because
not.
people say therapists, finding a therapist is like dating. Like you got to shop around, which to me sucks. Like I have to be vulnerable like 50 times with a random person. I'm not in therapy right now.
Yeah. Oh, and also just to preface, I'm not going to talk about the doctor from the rehab. I already did that. So if you're going to fast forward, I'm not going to talk about that. It's a brand new story.
Slay.
So
She's got other stories.
Yeah, for once in my life.
No, I mean like, yeah, slay.
So this was in the height of my addiction, especially in the coitamine phase where it was coitamine and alcohol mixed together, and that's a deadly combo. This was like 2020, 2021, and it was just like peak COVID. Like I was showing up to these sessions, we were both masked, we were like 6 feet apart, like nothing felt real. You know, the middle of COVID. It's like I'm going through a addiction crisis, a gender crisis. The world is going through a pandemic crisis. Everything was a crisis.
You had a crazy COVID.
And God forbid, I can just sit in front of someone and talk about my feelings without like not seeing their mouth move or without like being like at a reason. Like they were over there at that green chair.
Insane.
Like that's 12.
You're screaming.
I'm screaming. I'm like, I can't stop doing K.
Damn.
So we started off and I was like, this therapist is very understanding, very much an ally. Very nice intel about just like trauma and like childhood and like, you know, talking about like dialectical behavioral therapy or whatever DBT is, like just teaching me things. And as the sessions went on, I had like no friends during COVID as well. So I was booking like 2 to 3 sessions a week with this person because I was just like, I just needed to talk. And I think things like, I don't want to say they maybe got greedy, but like we got to a point where like, and I don't even know if this is allowed, of course. And if he wasn't there for me during this, I mean, it would have been a lot worse. But like, I was blatantly showing up to therapy sessions on copious amounts of drugs.
Really?
So it's like, and I feel like I said some shit in those meetings that probably should have been reported.
Right.
Like,
right.
Even on like a, you know, maybe I wasn't fully in psychosis, but I'm sure the things I was saying of like, I want to die. I was saying that like down boots. I never said.
I had to report that at the Sober Living.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I never said blatantly like, I'm going to do something about it. I feel like I was pretty smart with the way that I would always word it. But like, I think even then, like that should have been dug deeper. And I think just knowing that I was coming into these sessions on copious amounts of drugs and still taking my money for therapy was like, I don't know. And obviously the whole concept of paying someone to talk about your problems is a whole other rabbit hole that I have very much trouble connecting with, especially now in sobriety. I'm like, that shit is vivid as day. And it's like, I'm legit
therapy?
paying you. No, I'm not against therapy. I have trouble with connecting to someone.
Me too.
Especially in sobriety, where it's like, I know you're only talking and pretending to care because you're getting a check. And I get that that's the way the world works, right? But it's so uncomfortable when I could just like, if I wanted to call you about something or my mom
We
about
could
something.
just do this podcast.
Yeah, I'm like, and let's talk about the way that it's been therapeutic for us, because it really has been.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know. It never hurt my feelings doing this. I just like, I think at some point, like when the drug conversation was coming up and like he knew about it and was like recommending me to like, you know, he's like, maybe you do it like once every other day. Like, I don't think you should say that.
No, you're not like a harm reductionist.
No, I mean, it's like, I understand you were trying to get me off the drugs.
But that's not like his job as a
not
therapist.
your job, but at the same time, it's like, I just don't know. And it's so hard to sit here and explain like what exactly was said because I was blacked out in every session. Like could have dirt on me boots. No, but HIPAA or something. But
Right.
it was just, I look back at this now and I'm like, what a weird time. Like I feel like things should have definitely been said
Yeah.
to someone, whether it's a 5150 or at least my mother.
Yeah.
Like the harm reduction, the like maybe do it every other day, and like knowing that I was like
Yeah.
on drugs and I would like go to the bathroom and come back higher. Like I just, so I think that I felt, to wrap this up, like I feel like I felt that this therapist was a safe space for me to do drugs and
Right.
cry. Like
Yeah.
it was almost like, in a weird way, like it felt like a party friend that I like
Right.
was able to open up to, and like wasn't judging me, but like knew I was on drugs. It's so weird to explain. I don't know.
I mean, it's really weird to like look back and when you're in like settings with a professional and kind of reminisce and be like, that actually maybe wasn't okay. And it's like really confusing because
Yeah.
we gaslight ourselves. We're like, well, maybe like it was this, and we make all these excuses, but like you shouldn't be having like that feeling, that little like pit in your stomach that's like, I don't think that was actually okay.
Yeah.
And that's like really hard to even digest. It's like, that was not okay in that moment. Like it
At
wasn't.
all. Like at all. And I look back at the sessions, even the Zoom sessions, and it was just like the weirdest surface conversations, and we were just so
Yeah.
dragged out. And as soon as the timer was done, it's like, that's all the time for today. Like it's
Right.
just, I think that experience in particular turned me off of therapy.
Yeah.
And I think like it would be healthy for me to try something again. I think everyone
Yeah.
should at least do something a couple, you know, if not twice a month, like to just get some off your chest or start a podcast. Hey! But yeah, it was that experience that probably steered me away and gave me a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories?
Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of people have like such bad experiences with therapy, which is so crazy. Like, a lot of y'all shouldn't have licenses, but also it's like saved so many of my friends' lives. Like, obviously, like, we stand therapy, but it's also like, I feel like this is bad to say, but sometimes I feel like it's like forced upon us. Like, don't you feel like sometimes like everyone should be in therapy like all the time? And it's like,
well,
whoa,
societally.
yeah. I'm like, oh, maybe,
Yeah.
but not right now.
Well, I think it should be for men.
Oh, 100. Well, in jail, then
Well,
therapy.
it's
yeah.
grow up in jail,
Yeah.
and
Then
then
go to
and then
therapy,
spend your
yeah.
adult years in therapy
Right,
three
right.
times a week.
Well, of course, but
Yeah.
for me, the last time I blacked out, the next morning, I
Last
like.
week?
You're right, exactly. I scheduled a therapy session because I was like, I must have a problem with drinking. And I show up, and she was like, well, how many times have you blacked out? And I was like, okay, well, let me like not freak her out. So I said 10, which is like, that's in a week. And I said 10, and she looked horrified. She was like, oh my God. I was like, wait. I thought that was like normal. What the fuck? I thought she was going to be like, oh no, you're good. So then she, suggested that I take steps to recover. But anyways, then I threw her in the bin because I was like, I'm good. Because she cried one session. I made her cry.
Oh,
No, but I was like, she told me that she was sober and that she used to, this is crazy, but she told me, she was like, and I used to be in AA, and she started crying. I'm like, why the fuck are you crying? I should be crying.
no, because the way that we both had therapists that cry on us, I'm like,
like,
what?
why are
we
you
that?
crying?
Are we that bad?
No, literally. And I was like, wait, now you're making me feel bad. Anyways, it was really weird. But
Like,
she
you're
was
so
so
you're supposed
sweet.
to be strong.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't cry. No. She was literally an angel. I loved her. I just like had to focus on like solely getting sober. But anyways, as I got more sober, more shit came up from my past. And I said, let me deal with this because it's bogging me down. And so I have a therapist, and she was like, how much can you afford? I was like, I don't know, 60 a week. And she goes, okay, slay. So I was like, all right, awesome, $60 a session. And I show up to my first session, and she's just like really aggressive. And I was like, whatever. She like tells it how it is. But then the third session, I'm like telling her like all my
Your
deepest
tea, yeah.
tea. And the third session, like we mixed up the days and I missed it. And so then we met the next day, and I like opened the Zoom call or whatever, and she's like, you owe me $60. You owe me and I was like, oh my God. And it was like so scary. And she got so mad, and I was like, oh, I can't do this.
That was the
like,
same girl?
Yes. I was like,
Whoa.
wait, you gotta chill. Like it just felt so unsafe. And she was like, and then she's like, sorry, I got a little upset. I was like, yeah. And then I said, no, I'm never seeing you again. And she goes, you're running away from yourself. And I said, I'm running away from you.
I'm running away from you.
Yeah, you're
Here's
terrifying.
your $60. I'm actually running away from you.
Literally. I was like, I'll actually pay you $300 to never talk to me again.
Never talk to me again.
It was terrifying. And she got like really mad. I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. And I get that like...
You're running away from yourself, ... I'm actually running away from you. Put that on a sweater.
But I gave her money. I was like, damn, take it. We all got to make a living, but screaming at me was nuts.
Yeah.
After I was like ready to like bare my soul, she could have been like, hey, you owe me $60.
Or she's like, hey, yeah, not even you owe me. Like, hey, you're $60 overdue for last session, but we'll handle it after this one.
Right.
Like,
it
God
was
forbid, like-
nuts. And so I haven't been to therapy since. But I don't think I need it.
I don't either. I mean, it seems like you are pretty in touch with your emotions.
A little too much.
Hey, but that's a good
Wish
thing.
I could numb it out. Oh.
Oh.
Anyways,
guys, hate to interrupt you again in the middle of the episode, but there's a brand new bonus episode on our Patreon that is live. So make sure you are over there, patreon.com/6feetabove, to get some brand new tea and extended episodes of 6 Feet Above. And it's uncensored, by the way. So we're saying all of that over there, and there's no bleep. Honey, you hear us? It's probably the first time they've ever heard us say a cuss word.
yeah.
Yeah, head on over.
Thank God. Been feeling a lot of those emotions lately. It's too much.
It is a lot. It is a lot. The season.
It's like exhausting, dude.
I know.
I'm
I always say the seasons are changing. Like, when are they not changing, Trevy?
No, but like
they're always
they are
changing.
changing.
Every day of every
They
year.
are. And like, you know how like we talk about in sobriety, we're like, you can finally feel your feelings. And that's cool. But nobody talks about how much it sucks.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you feel them like harder, but for a smaller amount of time. But when you're feeling them,
You're feeling them.
but we don't numb it out. And that's what makes us badass.
Yeah, that is very
So
true.
don't pick up if you're an alcoholic. You're welcome.
I had trouble feeling certain feelings in my sobriety that I think my brain just like doesn't allow me to feel. Like, when I'm not on my antidepressants, like, I'm able to just like the landslide in the car, like that era, like when I was coming to the podcast.
You were crying a lot.
I was, and that was, I think, when I was getting off my antidepressants, and it felt great to cry. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, honey, slow down. It's too much. It was like it all hit me at once.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't know. I feel like when I take my medication, I don't pay mind to like and maybe it's because like my life is never going to be as intensely awful as it once was. So my brain is like, oh, I don't have to cry over this. Like, between me, like you and I, and our lives and our addiction, like, things got bad. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like, I hope to never experience that again. So it's like, it never reaches that tier of like what I've been through.
Right.
So I feel like my brain's like, yeah, like, I feel it. I feel it. But it's not like, I don't know. I feel like I feel it. And
You feel like you don't allow yourself to get sad?
I would allow myself to get sad. I don't know if my body does. Like a physical response. Like, I notice when I feel sad, I notice when I feel angry, and I notice when I feel joy. Mm-hmm. But sometimes my body doesn't let me express it.
That's too.
I saw something of a clip of Steve-O talking on this podcast, and he said something so fabulous. And I was just like, oh, this is amazing. He said, you know what would be worse than being a chronic alcoholic? And I'm like wondering what this guy's going to say. I'm like, there is nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
And he goes, being kind of an alcoholic. And he says that he knows so many people.
Wow, yeah.
That, and just not even people that you personally know, but people that rely on alcohol to have fun and to feel feelings and to have relationships, but and depend on it, but not to the point where it ever gets so bad that it needs to stop. So it's just like you lose your ambition, you lose your motivation, your whole life depends on you going out every week, and like you're just killing time and you're not reaching your full potential because you're kind of an alcoholic. So it's like you're miserable, but not miserable enough to make a change. So it's like the way, and everyone has the choice to live their life in any way that they choose, but it's like, at the end of it, he said, like, I'm so grateful that things got so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, same. I'm like, I couldn't imagine. I'd be 10 years behind right now. I mean, we both just jumped like years.
Yeah.
When you're so, like, you know how to make shake and make shit work and talk to people.
Totally.
And I totally resonated with it because he's like, if shit never got so fucking bad where it's like, something needs to change now, you'd be just killing time.
Just killing time. Yeah, there's no growth. Like, it's just always the same no matter what.
We all know somebody.
We know people like that.
Know people.
And they just like live for the weekend, which is like fine. But yeah, I actually have a friend that I think is like kind of struggling, not really. But yeah, she like lives for the weekend and she like has all these dreams, but she like never does anything.
Yeah.
She's just like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
But it's like the second. I mean, alcohol really does limit potential.
Fully.
And we're not being like everyone should be sober, but we're saying that ruin lives.
Yeah, I mean, we can all mutually agree that the way it makes you feel the next day,
oh my God,
or in 2 days,
death,
can immensely throw off your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
For days at a time. Like, so it's like half your week's gone because you're hungover just because Friday night took you out.
Yeah.
It's like, of course you're going to be killing time and wasting potential if your whole entire week is like, half of it is like you're healing from this hangover.
Oh my God, this guy at my comedy show, in my set, I talk about being sober, and he was kind of drunk, and he like came up to me after and confided that like his hangover depression is so bad. And then he was like, and I was going to a bar after with my friend to go on that double date, to drink. And he was like, wait, you're going to a bar right now? And I was like, yeah. He's like, he like couldn't believe it. He was like, how do you do that without drinking? And he was like, wait, are you actually sober? Like, how did you get on stage without drinking? Like, he couldn't believe it. And he was like, I thought you were lying. Like, there's no way.
Because we're that cool.
No,
because you are that cool. You are that cool.
No,
I'm not going to
to
us. You are that cool.
I used to think like that, though. I was like, I can't even walk into a bar without drinking. Like, I get the way he's thinking. But I was like, it was a nice reminder that I'm doing the right thing.
Of course. I mean, and it came with time. I remember when you first stepped on those stages and it was spooky.
God. I wouldn't have been able to do that unless I had 5 years of sobriety.
Even the Tana show, because I haven't toured in sobriety.
Oh my God. Girl, that was big.
So I was like, I didn't even know what to expect.
Yeah.
And it was like, honestly, when I was side staged and they were about to call my name onto the stage.
Oh my God, were you so nervous?
Well, no, I was like a little like triggered.
This was at the canceled live show, by the way.
Yes. Dolby Theater where they do the Oscars.
Right.
And it's literally like people like up and like levels and there's so many people. And it's like, I was a little like #triggered because it reminded me when I was like side stage of my shows like in Australia and like these places where I would be side stage holding a bottle.
Wow.
Or I'd be side stage like with a water bottle of vodka.
Oh my
or like
gosh.
taking a shot with someone before I go on to ease the nerves. And I like suddenly like it like flashed in front of my eyes and I was like, oh my God, like I'm so nervous. And it's like not even like I'm nervous, it's just my body just was like palms sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti. Like it was just so much and it was just like, whoa, like I'm about to raw dog this. Like, I'm not about to take a shot right now.
Holy
That's
shit.
so crazy. So, like,
And you look so confident.
It's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. Overcoming stage fright and sobriety.
Oh my God,
major topic. Major. Come on now.
Stage fright is crazy, but what also frightens me is how luxurious and luscious our yavos are, aka our tits. And the next segment is something that we need to get off of them, and it's called Off Our Chest. And this segment is where we talk about things that we're celebrating, we're mad about, we just want to get off our chest. So I'm going to kick it off. Hey, guess what, LA? March 9th, 7:30 p.m. at the Glendale Room. I am co-hosting a show with my good friend Tahir. It's called The Late, Late, Late Show. It's a monthly show we're starting.
No way! It's monthly?
It's a monthly.
Wait, I thought it was like a one-time thing.
No, we're doing a monthly show. We're producing it together. 4 comics on the lineup, so it's not going to be like a crazy long show. We have a fun little twist to it. And I'm just getting in my comedy bag, if you will. Yes. But no, I'm really excited. We're going to be like, because we want to be on late night. So Tahir is this guy that I met at like one of my first open mics. And he goes up there and he's so funny. And I was like, dude, you're so good. How long have you been doing this? And he was like, it was my first mic. And I said, oh, that's kind of crazy. Tahir is a straight man. And when I tell you our relationship is like so platonic and beautiful, it's just like literally healing. We go to like every mic together.
Did I meet him?
Yes, he went to my graduation show.
Yes, I met him.
But no, we go to every mic together, and low-key we get abused at these mics sometimes when we go to the incel mics together because people think we're like either dating or we were at a mic once and this guy points it to here and they go, you have a dad? You don't have a dad, right?
What?
I know. And he was like, hey, that's kind of crazy. And then they point at me and they say something like about my height, and me and him are just in this together.
Right.
But no, our friendship has been amazing. Like, we're always together. We go to every mic together. We're just comedy buddies, but also I'm really excited because like our friendship is kind of new, but it's blossoming, and I'm so excited to do this with him. Yay. So ticket link in the description.
Yeah.
And we really want to sell this first one out so we can continue to do a monthly one, you know?
What's the...
Prove to the room, 45 seats.
Okay, you guys, come on.
Please. I'm begging. No, okay.
I'll be there. If it's
Trevi's
not
gonna be there.
If it's not March 9th, I'll be at the one after.
Right. Well, I was going to say it's a monthly show. I want like you to do a tight, it's 8 minutes. You to do a tight 8 minutes eventually. Paige to do a tight 8 minutes. Tana to do a tight 8 minutes.
All are funny mother.
Yeah. No, like I want you guys on my show.
I would love to.
So
did you just invite me on your show?
Yes.
On our show?
Late show. Yes. No, because you need to be doing stand-up.
What time is it at? Like
7:30 p.m.
So it's not that late.
It's not, but like you get the vibe.
Yeah, I do get the vibe.
Like the vibe is late night. It's going to be hot.
Late. I'm so excited for you.
Yay!
That's going to be so gaggy. There's going to be so many Gaggy the Clowns.
So many Gaggy the Clowns.
I'm obsessed. So if you guys want to meet Gaggy the Clown in person, get the tickets in the description.
Exactly.
Okay, so Kate's eating pineapples. Actually, my off my chest this week is that my friend doesn't care about my allergies. No,
guys, I was so hungry, and the only thing here is pineapple. Just hold your breath.
No, what? I'll be fine, I think.
Thank God.
I do have a negative one that I'm going to save for the Patreon. A story of the kind of happened at this party of all these. I was at an all-gay party. There was only a couple women there.
Hello.
And hey, I love my gays, but
well, that's
y'all want
how
the
all parties should be.
And honestly, yeah, I agree. But there's some PG-13 tea that I probably should only spill on Patreon because I'm already pushing it this episode. Hello. Because I'm loving... This is crazy for me to say.
Okay.
I'm loving the daytime.
Whoa.
What
time you waking up?
Earlier than usual.
Whoa.
I woke up at 2 today. But today was my sleep day. Today was my first sleep day of the past like week and a half. So maybe week. But honestly, I have been getting up earlier, which is always great. I've been loving lunches. And I've been loving...
You're so lunch.
Yeah. Especially when I have, I have a really good skincare kind of happening right now, which makes my makeup look better in the daytime.
Ooh.
So it's just like I'm not so afraid to be like glammed out boots at a lunch. I've been taking multiple people, like to business meetings out to lunch versus like a Zoom call or like a dinner meeting. Like I've been straight up in my emails like, hey, do you want to meet at blank, blank, blank at like 2:00?
Okay, come on now.
I've done 2. I'm doing my 3rd one in a couple days. Like I've been,
That's
because ladies
great.
who lunch.
No, ladies who lunch.
Ladies who lunch.
It's important. It's bosh.
It is. And you know what? I do feel like I eat most of the time a big dinner and like a small lunch, but I've been trading a big lunch and an average sized dinner.
Nice.
And it helps me sleep better
Yeah.
too.
You don't have nightmares.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. When I eat a lot at night, I wake up screaming.
Yeah. So, and I'm always saying, I'm
Yeah.
always waking up screaming.
Oh.
So I think that was a harmless, fun off my chest. I am just
about
been
damn
lunching
time.
the sunlight. Well, because it's so miserable being out at night right now because it's just like either raining or freezing or just
It's like, thank God it's raining.
like thank God it's raining.
Yeah.
I think that's helping with like the air quality, of course, too. And we needed that bad, but like it's just like kind of miz at night. So
Yeah, I don't like going out at night right now. Or
And
like
that's
ever,
okay.
but like
that's okay.
yeah, I'll go out with you in like a month.
Okay. Good to know. I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to try something right now. We're beta testing a potential new segment. And if we tank, you are not going to see this. But I want to do a rapid fire segment. And we have a new topic for each episode.
Okay.
I was looking at the questions on my Instagram, and a lot of people were asking about red flags. And I was like, you know what? Why don't, instead of me and Kate talking about just like one each, why don't we just spitball at each other red flags in probably mostly just dating and
Right.
men, but if a friendship red flag comes up, I guess we can spitball it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Follows more than 5,000 people.
Takes you to Delilah for a first date.
Ooh. Says they're disgusted by body hair.
Calls you babe on the first date.
Super handsy on the first date.
Following going up and down daily like the stocks.
Ordering all the food for you.
First round is on me if your ex is dead in their Hinge bio.
That's crazy.
I've seen at least 1,000 of those. One person did it, they all do it.
Also, what do you mean first round? Like they're all on you. Anyways.
Like, right.
Doesn't make their bed.
Goes, so how do you have fun after you say you're sober?
Asks if you do drugs when you say you're sober.
Calls their friends their buddies.
Wears underwear, not briefs.
Calls women's underwear as panties.
Oh my God. Says booby. I hate when men say that.
Booby.
No, like I literally can't even say it out loud. I can't believe I just said that.
I can't believe you just said that.
Goes like insane about how important family is on their social media. Goes too hard.
Because I know some shit's happening behind the scenes.
Always. Well, those are the ones that cheat.
Yeah. Goes to Cabo for spring break.
Only girls can do that. Goes out to the bars with a group of guys.
Goes to gay bars to pick up girls with their gay best friends.
Oh my God, disgusting. Pre-games with a group of men.
It's like, wait, where did Chad and Michael just go? And then you suddenly hear in the room next door. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh.
I think that was a great
Okay, yeah.
ending.
So that was the first.
Liked that.
Me too.
I could do that for 10 minutes on a really gaggy topic.
Well,
Okay,
yeah. Comment gaggy topics.
Need to stop saying gaggy.
No,
Like,
you don't.
I
And I
would-
actually think you should say it more. But comment what you want us to rapid fire.
I kind of love that. I did kind of love that. Yummy. Don't choke.
So true.
Bree's gonna invoice us $10 extra for the pineapple.
I know. I'm sorry.
Pay up. All right, you guys, we are going to do the unnamed segment where we answer your questions that you submitted to us on Instagram at 6 feet above pod. Make sure you're following the account so you know every time that we post for questions and don't miss out. Trevi and Kate, this is actually so embarrassing, but any advice for getting rid of butt acne? I have, and I'm going to say it because you told me to say it more, the gaggiest product, and they're not paying me. They're not paying me.
Wait, what is it?
It is the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser Scrub. And you're probably saying, that's for keratosis pilaris. Okay, well, the AHA and BHA acids in it literally saved my butt and my back. I was having, especially with the hormone changes and stuff, like my butt and my back were like the only places I was getting like moments. And
So
that
real.
scrub, feel my
Really?
arm, feel my arm. Like up here.
Whoa.
They used to be super bumpy. Like, I
Really?
used to have super bumpy arms, and this scrub, it just like, it not only does it like, it got rid of my stretch marks from like the weight that I gained in early sobriety. I had a bunch of like really like red stretch marks, and it like literally faded them, and it's just like, it makes the skin so smooth because it's like they're chemical exfoliants. I only use it like 2 or 3 times a week. But oh my goodness, First Aid Beauty, if you want to send Kate and I some stuff to
I
put
need
up
it.
on here, I'm saying that product is absolutely bananas. Do you have any advice on that?
Well, I heard what is it called? Salicylic acid.
I think that's literally in it. Or they have like another.
Okay,
Me
well,
just
I
literally
hear-
not getting paid by them.
I hear you're supposed to use that, but honestly, listen, butt acne is so f***ing real, and it's like literally so embarrassing in the moment. But I remember I was talking to a man about it once, and I was like, "Hey, when you see a girl who has zits on the rear, what do you think?" And he said, "Couldn't care less."
Right.
So if that's what you're worried about, they're just happy to be there. Yeah. Do any of us want zits on our ass? No. But like, listen, we work out. It's gonna happen. So you guys, you know? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I think just like it's having acne in general, just man or not involved, is just like annoying.
It's so annoying.
So,
But yeah, salicylic or whatever the fuck.
acid, yeah.
And just like try to shower right after you work out. That's what really helped me. Okay, this girl goes, should I keep hooking up with an old sneaky link, but who is now married to his cousin for religious reasons, but she gives him permission to f around? Wait. Hold up. What? What are you talking about?
What religion?
What religion, first of all?
But
Wait.
yeah.
She's married. Her old sneaky link that she's currently besmooching is married to his cousin for religious reasons.
But she allows him to play around.
Right. So it's like, damn, is it that good?
What religion?
What religion?
Yeah, I don't have advice on that. Stop them.
Yeah, please. There's many more out there, and I would like you to explore someone that's not married to their cousin.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
I think that'd be healthier for you.
Yeah.
My roommate messaged me on Grindr. What should I do? Help me, please. That's interesting.
So awkward.
It seems like your roommate has problems with confrontation
And boundaries.
because it's like, do you want to?
Sounds like they don't.
Help me, please.
Yeah.
Ending with help me, please is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I hope it's your name on the apartment because, honey, it's giving find a new roommate.
Honey, that's crazy. I can't imagine my roommate wanting to literally boink me. Like, it's so weird. Like, you're like family in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, you're sharing the responsibility of one household. Like,
No, it's nuts.
So then it's like a Grindr notification goes off. Hey, it's your roommate.
So awkward.
Want to
Oh my
come to
God.
the room right next to yours and
Yeah.
get it on? But I
Right.
can't tell you that in person.
So
Crazy.
weird. I'd probably just pretend like it never happened and then never talk to them again. But I'm avoidant, so maybe don't do that.
I think that if you can't get them off the lease, do what Kate did.
Yeah, it's like so did.
Oh, Jesus. What Kate said.
What I would do.
What you would do. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
This person said, I've been f***ing my best friend's dad for the past 4 months and she still has no idea about it. Her mom doesn't know either. I don't know what to do. You guys are asking these questions like as if you're gonna run away with this person's dad and like go like live on like season 3 of The White Lotus. Like
Yeah.
he's not like I don't think he's gonna leave his entire family for you. You're gonna be f***ed the longer you stay. You're best friends with the kid. There's a wife. Like, what do you
Such a
mean?
mess.
What should I do?
Dip.
Baby girl,
Yeah.
wake up.
And when you get older, you're gonna see how fucked up this is, and it's gonna like just like cut it off now so you can save yourself the trauma. We're telling you, it's not worth it. It's like, it's not even hot. Just get the fuck out,
Get out
please.
right now.
What is wrong with these dads?
Now, what's wrong with these dads? And also, it's like, girl, you know what to do.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard, and especially like if there's certain like, for me, it's like obviously like that, like in theory, like fun, taboo, hot. I would never do that, but it's like, girl, you don't need to really live out the kinks. Like
Girl.
I'm not saying that that's a king. Like maybe y'all are like secretly in love, but it's not gonna end well. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't.
And for that, I'm grateful.
No, because literally.
No, because actually, literally, I'm grateful that I just got some pretty big news as far as the business of Trevi Moran goes. Things are moving.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. The song that I said last week when I was manifesting, I was like, it's going to be a Billboard top charting song. Finished it yesterday.
Yes.
And it's sounding clean, crisp, and like a hit song.
Hello.
Crazy. Just very grateful for the music, of course. Very grateful that I'm here. I mean, I will always be grateful at the end of these episodes for you and for Bree and for doing this and the consistency and the way that this podcast helps us get out of our own head. Grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for you watching this video, and I'm especially grateful, especially to the ones that subscribe to our Patreon.
Yay!
Patreon.com/6feetabove. There's a whole bonus episode that we just dropped right now. So go over there. Hope to see you there. What about you? What are you
Grateful for the both of you. Grateful that I'm starting producing a show.
Yeah.
That's really exciting, a monthly one. I'm just grateful for stand-up and trying new bits, even though it's humbling, and grateful that Miami was such a sleigh. And yeah, that's kind of all I got. I'm ready for this Patreon. I'm ready to spill some tea.
Yeah.
So
Let's get over there. Well, guys, we'll see you over there.
I love ya.
We love you. And